And clap. Clap.
Welcome to the second episode of Parenting Without a License.
Conversations on a couch with Yos. Yos, if you're watching, sponsorship, bleh, bleh, skid. Today I'm drinking sugarcane drink. It does not with sugarcane juice. It says sugarcane drink with sugarcane juice.
I want to.
Water, sugarcane juice 8%, sugar and color, caramel 4. Wow. Even if they all don't sponsor, it's okay actually. So this was left over from a gathering that we had at our place. And it was just, just bought a few of these, pop it into an insulated box, put some ice packs, and just make it cold. So this was left from 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So what? Carry on.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Today on Parenting Without a License. See, never badmouth yours.
I'm going to keep that in.
Of course, keep it in the video. Yeah. So, today on Parenting Without a License, it's all about conversations. Conversations on the couch, conversation with your cubs, conversations with your country woman.
Conversations. So, this video series is just about frank conversations between the two of us. We're married. I actually remembered to put on my ring. He forgot. And we just want to talk about parenting, relationships, parenthood struggles, wins, and basically everything else that pops up.
Yeah. And one of the things that popped up today is retirement. So, if you're watching and if you don't know, I also run Fuss-Free Finance, another YouTube channel.
I'll link it in the description below. Somewhere.
Right? And one of the topics that I did a couple of weeks ago, was it last week, is about halal investing, about how to grow your money. And I got a text from a relative, an uncle of mine, who's about to retire, and he was like, Afiq, I'm interested in this. I want to know how I can, make my money work for me while I'm retired. And of course, the first question I asked him is, what does retirement mean to you? It means very different things for her.
Yeah, and it means different things for him. So we had to have that conversation, what retirement means to us.
Yeah, totes my loads.
Yeah, so...
Is that copyrighted? Totes my loads.
I don't know.
Who cares? But yeah, so that conversation, we've had this conversation about retirement multiple times, and it's a conversation worth having, because what it means to me might not mean the same thing to her. The word retirement, I mean. Mm-hmm. For me, retirement is essentially having enough of a retirement income that I don't have to work. I have an option to work if I want to. And my living expenses are covered. And that number, in terms of living expenses, can mean very different things to very different people. For me, it's like, I'll be happy with about $4,000 or $5,000 a month, quite frankly, because my living expenses are quite low. I just need enough to, feed me, feed my family, have the occasional cup of coffee, soft drinks here and there when I want to, go cycle when I want to, play computer games if I want to, just basically be a bum. I don't need schmancy yacht trips around the world. Caviar.
It's a nice to have.
Once in a while, yeah.
But not a must have.
Yeah, what does retirement mean to you?
To me, it means that I have the option of working, because I don't have to worry about our finances. Everything's paid for. We have... so that means I can actually do whatever I want, like the little projects that I want, including him.
I'm not a little project.
And but most importantly for me is that the money that we get, our income, is not borne by the kids. Like if they give us, it's a bonus.
Yeah. Totes.
But everything else is because we plan our finances properly, and that everything is because, basically we plan everything properly, and the kids are not our retirement plan.
They're our ATM. No, of course not.
We were
So
joking about
we
that.
just don't want the kids to be hanging over our heads. To be, if I don't receive my allowance from my children, I'm doomed. We don't want that.
Yeah.
We want the word is financially independent. Independent, and I want my kids to have the life that they want to lead. Daddy will criticize and complain and nag and whine and breathe down their necks, but that's what daddies do, right? But ultimately I don't want them to finance my retirement. They're not my retirement plan, and we agreed upon that a long time ago.
Because I want them to have their own lives. I don't want them to be beholden to us and us be beholden to them. And I don't want them to be, I'm looking for the word.
To what? To feel obligated to take care of us?
Obligated.
We're Asians. Filial piety is such a big thing.
No, not obligated.
Apa?
I can't think of it right now. Maybe later on I'll come back.
You can't think of it in English. I saw this trick one where if you can't think of the word, say I can't remember the word in English, so that people think you're bilingual instead of just.
It's true. I'm bilingual.
So what's the word in Malay?
I cannot think of the word.
Say, don't say. So therefore,
I am bilingual.
so we are bilingual, but we just don't know the word now. So instead, the word is bongok.
He's bongo, not me. If you don't know what bongo is, Google it.
BONGOK.
Anyway, back to the conversation about conversations.
Yes, conversations on the couch. I ultimately, between the two of us, we have conversations endlessly. And parenting without a license really was born out of one of the many conversations we have,
yes.
right? When we sit down for lunch, it's just me and her. We either talk about the people around us, we gossip, see, that Chinese girl got no butt, or see, that Malay girl's butt, see, the Indian girl's butt, see, the Angmo, sometimes got butt, sometimes no butt. But we talk about a lot of things, right? We talk about our kids, we talk about her work, we talk about my work, we talk about
our finances, our family,
invariably.
our dreams, what goals that we have for the family, for the kids, assuming that this is what they want, which we'll have another conversation with them about what they want when the time comes.
Conversations with the kids too, very important. I mean, clearly the key theme for today's Parenting Without a License, episode 2, is about communication.
But I would say that the whole overarching thing about parenting without license is conversations.
Yeah, on a side note, yours, if you're watching, send me more. Even though it's 8% only. But yeah, so here's the thing. We hear a lot of things about, communication is key. But too often I've seen people regard communication is just, I'm telling you what I want to tell you.
But you're not listening. Communication is a two-way thing where you need to speak, the person listens.
That's a conversation.
And you need to listen when the other person speaks.
Yeah.
It's not talking to or talking at somebody, but it's talking together.
That's a conversation. So conversations are key, not just communication. I am communicating my feelings to you right now. I do not give a damn about your feelings. I just want you to know how I feel.
Have you ever had somebody do that to you?
Especially parents, to your children.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Because, so that's the thing. So when kids do that to us, we have to teach them that it's not about telling us. It's also about us debriefing them about whatever their feelings.
If you know what debrief is, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to connect with you. If you don't know what debrief is, it's when she takes off my underpants. Get it?
What underpants?
Shh! Don't open my secrets to the world. That's why I've been debriefed permanently.
Carry on.
My wayward son. So yeah, one of many conversations we have revolve around money, revolve around retirement, revolve around what we want to do, what we want. Alright, what we want. Like, for example, one of the things that I want is to change our air conditioner paint the house and buy a Jura coffee machine. Jura, if you're watching, send me a free coffee machine. Sponsor lah, little bit. By the way, Jura coffee machines are one of the best on the market. In fact, it is the best, in my opinion, the best one-touch automatic coffee machine in the world. We've tried so many. Juras are still the best. So Jura, see, quick plug, hashtag Jura. Not a sponsored post. Hope they watch. Yes.
Okay. It's our opinion, okay? If anybody else doesn't agree, that's your problem.
Tu luma pasal, bro. But yeah. So the thing is, to her, getting the house painted is it's not a priority. It's okay, right? It's okay. But for me, it's important because my house is my castle. It's my safe place. People come here, we have conversations with other people. We have guests, we have friends, family, colleagues. People come here. It's a safe place. It's a nice place. It's conducive. And I want it to look good. And so I want a new set of air conditioners. I want to paint the house, and I want a good coffee machine. That's what I want. And
I want new curtains.
She wants new curtains. I couldn't be bothered with new curtains. But it's a conversation. Right?
Yeah.
What kind of curtains you want?
I want something that is not red. I want blue curtains this time. We've had red curtains for the past 7 years.
Fuss-free blue? That'd be nice. Fuss-free blue with gradient down to white.
Maybe the other way, white to blue.
White down to blue.
Anyway.
Yeah. That'd be cool. It's not like we look out the window, it's all blue all the time.
Conversations?
Conversation. Where were we?
About the house? Conversations about the house?
Yeah. So having conversations about literally everything. It's not just communication, it's having conversations, especially with the kids. Like, the kids will ask some of the toughest questions
ever known to man.
Yeah. And if you're old enough, you remember the show Kids Say the darndest things. So yeah. And sometimes they, especially Arya, being 5 and being more aware of the world, she asks us some of the world's toughest questions, like, Mommy,
why do you have breasts and I don't? And at the age of 5, I told her about puberty.
Side note, I'm just glad she didn't ask why daddy's tits are bigger than mummy's.
Yes.
Pecs. I do pull-ups, I do, push-ups, it's pecs. Okay, loosen the shirt a bit so nobody can see. Hail Cthulhu!
So basically, the conversation about puberty. So we have conversations with the kids in frank terms. If you're
Who's Frank? Never mind.
So when we talk about the body, we always name it the proper terms. You have your chest, your breasts, your legs, your calf, even the genitalia, we use the proper terms for them.
Yeah, like daddy has chesticles. This is where you insert the click sound effect.
Okay, I will remember to do that. Okay. Sorry.
By the way, she's been suffering from a cough for a few weeks now.
Yes. I do not have COVID. The test was negative.
Hooray. So yeah, back to puberty with a 5-year-old girl.
So basically, when we talk about body parts, we don't use euphemisms, or we don't use pet names for it. We just tell them as it is, because we don't want to have any topics that are taboo. Because when we were growing up, it was very difficult to talk about
this. Because we are Asian, we are conservative.
Not just that. I mean, like,
we are shy. I'm the shy. Between the two of us, I'm the shyer party.
And so we don't want to have that difficulty in having conversations with our parents to repeat itself with our kids.
Yeah, totes. We don't want to hide things from the kids. So when they do ask really difficult questions, in all seriousness, we do answer up front. And that usually leads to a really deep rabbit hole of successive questions, like, Mommy, what's puberty? Mommy, what's this? Mommy, what's that? Mommy, what do oviraptors eat?
Yes, or when they talk about religion and
like when Arya saw me praying, they're like, Mommy, why is Daddy praying?
Or like when she sees pictures of us before we had the kids, like, Mommy and Daddy, where were we?
Yeah, was I still inside you, Mommy?
Yeah.
And Daddy was like, no, you were not inside Mommy yet. Daddy was. What? This is not made for kids. When we upload this to YouTube, it's not made for kids.
Alright, carry on.
Where were we?
So conversations with the kids. So we try to have them pretty upfront in proper body terms.
Yeah, we actually use proper terms. And so again, conversation. It's not hiding it from them. It's not trying to bluff the kids with, oh, girls have a flower and boys have a
I don't know what they call for boys.
anaconda. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't.
No, yes, and then I lost my train of thought. You just distracted me with that song.
But yeah, so it's conversations, right? We don't want to hide things from the kids, nor do we want to hide things from each other. If we're not happy about something, we bring it up. Like we've been described as intellectual, cold, cerebral, but
Reserved.
that's reserved. But that's
I'm
just
reserved. I'm not sure about you. You've never
I'm
been.
shy. I'm not reserved. I'm shy. People who know me, I'm very shy one. But that's the thing. We don't have shouting matches.
No,
We don't have arguments. We have discussions. Things like, for example, stuff in the storeroom. Things like the kids' soft toys I want to give away. Certain things have sentimental value because this was just done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, right? We audited everything and just gave away a lot of things. And certain things were special to her because it was from her childhood, and certain things were special to me, which was from my childhood. And instead of, no, you can't get this away, it's mine, it's more of a I think we have to talk about this. Do you really still want this, blah blah blah? And
When was the last time you were playing with this? When was the time you used this thing?
This part, both adult and children. So like her toys, like from her childhood, we gave away. Then toys from the kids' childhoods, you're like, no, I want this one. Yes, but when was the last time you played with it? And so I let her choose a few, and she really chose the ones that really meant the most, rather than coming down with the fist of justice and say, no, give away everything. It's usually my style. So she's been a great help in tempering my temper. Yeah, conversation. It's about everything. It really is just boils down to having a conversation about everything. What to cook for dinner, from the mundane, like what to cook for dinner, to the major, like what's our retirement gonna look like? What are the bills that we can reduce? What are the goals that we have? It's just a conversation. And lots of couples I've met lots of couples, find it so difficult to just say, let's talk. And so if you're a couple who has difficulty talking to your spouse or with each other, and you want to come over and have a safe space, we curate this safe space. The couch is big enough for 4 people. Come on, have a chat with us. We'll be more than happy to. We'll give you, if yours gives us more drinks, we'll give you yours drinks. And whatever else that we have in the humble household.
We are not certified coaches or anything like that, but we can help you talk through it.
That's the best place.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk to a therapist or a coach. Just talk to a couple who's gone through certain things. Just talk to us. We're more than happy. In fact, let us know some of your biggest challenges, some of your biggest pain points, or even if you want to share wins, that would be even better. We'll share wins as well. Drop us a comment below. It's parenting without a license. If you have a license, I want to see your license. I want to know how you got it. And we're all in this together. Right?
Yep.
So tell me more.
Tell me more what?
Tell me more about how great I am.
I don't need to tell you that. You know that already.
You tell them how great I am.
He knows how great he is.
Okay,
Anyway, so for the conversations that I don't have answers to, I always tell Arya, let's have this conversation another time when Mommy knows more about this topic, because I don't know whatever it is that she's asking about. It could be out of my field of expertise, and I'll tell her, like, let's find out more about it together.
And that I feel is super important. Not having to have this facade of being the all-knowing parent, like being able to be vulnerable with the kids that say, hey, daddy just doesn't know. Daddy doesn't know. We'll go find out, and then we go find out together, and we'll tell them like some of the answers to some of the toughest questions, like why does it rain? Daddy knows why it rains, how the whole water cycle works. And
but can Daddy explain it to a 5-year-old in simple English?
Yeah, I did. It works. Okay.
Does she? Okay.
One day, when the kids are a bit older, we'll have them on board. Then you can ask them that question.
Yes. And also, if I am not ready to talk about the topic, let's say about, I'm not sure, because there was that one topic I couldn't not answer.
Was it sexual?
Yes.
It was always sexual, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so I told her, let's talk about this topic the next time when mommy's ready to talk about it.
Okay. But again, conversation, right? It still goes back to having conversations, whether it's about money, whether it's about sex, whether it's about health, nutrition, goals, whether if it's even about unhappiness, unmet expectations. So on that note, I always remember this: the biggest cause of divorce in the world is unmet expectations. And that's the thing. If expectations aren't spoken out loud, how the heck does your partner know what you want?
Because we are not mind readers. And not to say that we actually have optimized, perfected this.
Yeah.
We still do have hit and misses where on days where I expect him to help, but I don't tell him that I want his help, then he obviously doesn't help because he doesn't know that I need help.
Totes.
Right?
Totes. Absolutely. Like how I expect her to turn off the lights after the bathroom lights after she showered. She still on the occasion doesn't do it, and then I'll yell, I'll say, "Hey, did you shower?" And she says yes, and then I make sure I make a big show of turning off the light. Click. Then she feels a little bit guilty, but then she doesn't do it again tomorrow anyway. So, conversations.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what kind of conversations other parents have with their partners or with their kids, but we would love to know what you guys talk about.
Yeah, man.
Like, just let us know in the comments,
Let us kepo a bit.
and maybe we can start another set of conversations with those topics.
Yeah. On that note, let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Let us know what challenges you face, what issues you have that you might want, our input on. And we're always on the lookout for more topics to talk about, more drink sponsors all the time. And ultimately, we're here in this together. I saw this on, I can't remember, it was a 9gag or Twitter or something, that they compared the whole pandemic to a storm, not a boat. We're all not in the same boat, we're all in the same storm. Each of us has a different vessel. Some people are in ships, some are in yachts, some are floating unassisted. And so parenting is that too. Parenting can be a storm. It can be a very nice long holiday for some people. It can be a perfect storm in a teacup for others. And we're just here all riding out the storm together, right? So if you need to jump onto our little boat, come on board.
And if you are not a parent yet, or you are planning to have kids, or you are just thinking whether parenting is for you.
You want to take care of our kids first? I loan you. You take 2-3 hours, then you decide whether you want children.
That is like the best.
It's the worst thing ever to do to someone.
Yes, actually. If you just let us know what topics you want us to talk about. What are your considerations about having kids, and we'll see if we can help with that.
Of course. So this is Parenting Without a License, episode 2. Not sponsored by yours, but yours do. Let us know if you want to sponsor.
And leave us a comment, and please subscribe.
Oh yeah. Click subscribe, click share, click like. You know the what was it? LCS, like, comment, share, plus another S, subscribe. But yeah, I mean, ultimately we're doing this just for the heck of it, and it's so fun. I hope our kids in the next, I don't know, maybe 10 years, when they're a bit older, they
cringe
when we talk about them here, and it'll be fun. So yes, Parenting Without a License, episode 2. This is Afik
and Lena,
and that's how we clap.